In this video, we're going to be talking about what soft-paced structures will look like in my classroom. So at the beginning of each unit, students will be given a printout of all of the activities for the whole unit. So each lesson, like you can see here, lesson 1.1 is about integers and absolute value, and then lesson 1.2 is opposites and adding integers. So each lesson is a different skill. Students will start with watching a video and taking guided notes based on the video. And then there's practice activities. So there are three basic type of practice activities. Must-do activities are things that students are required to do in order to practice that skill. Should-do activities are for students to really, they understand it and they're ready to move on to the next thing. And aspire to do activities are extension activities to really go deeper into the concept. So as students progress through their lessons, they'll start with the video, and then they'll take the notes, then they'll do the must-do practices, and hopefully get to the should-do practices before they go on to the mastery check. So at the end of each lesson, students will need to complete a mastery check in order to move on to the next lesson. We'll talk more about mastery checks in the video about mastery-based learning. As students are working, they're going to be watching a progress tracker to see what they need to be working on that day and where they are. So the progress tracker will have the date. It will have where students should be. So each day, each lesson will have a tentative date that may change. As we know, things happen all the time. So that's the tentative date that the assignment or that lesson will be due. Students can see where they are. Like I can see Mr. Bailey, he is on pace, so he's working on lesson 1.1. And I can see that Miss Brooks is working on lesson 1.2, and Mr. Clausen and Miss Ryder are on lesson 1.3. And I can see that Mrs. Kuklo needs to revise her lesson 1.3. So when students come in, they'll be able to see exactly where they left off the previous day. They can continue on, but also with the progress tracker, they can see who else they can work with. So, like I can see that 3 people here are on lesson 1.3, so they can work together that day. So people will be working, students will be working with different people each day, depending on where they are in their pacing. So as I say, I like to tell people that it doesn't matter if you're a little bit slow math thinker. I am a slow math thinker. It doesn't matter if you pick things up quickly or not. This method, it fits for everyone because they can really go as slow as they want or as fast as they want. They can rewatch videos. They can pause the videos and go back if they don't understand, so that it gives students a chance to really understand what they're learning. Also, on the progress trackers, grades will not be shown, only progress through the lessons will be shown. If you have any other questions, you can go to modernclassroom.org to find more information.